The world is full of dark places, places where the veil between our world and the next is thin, places where fear takes root and grows. The Monroe house is one such place. Some houses hold memories. This house holds something else, something darker, something hungry. This is not a story for the faint of heart. This is a journey into the abyss. The Monroe house stands in a quiet town, a forgotten place. Locals whisper tales of tragedy. They say a darkness took root here. It began with a family. The Monroes. They moved in with hope. They left with screams. The house remained, a monument to their suffering. The stories spread, whispers of unexplained noises, shadows moving in the night. The house became a beacon for something sinister. Those who dared to enter the Monroe house told chilling tales. The house, standing ominously at the end of a desolate road, had a reputation that sent shivers down the spine of even the bravest souls. Its windows, like dark eyes, seemed to follow you as you approached, and the air around it was always unnaturally cold, no matter the season. They spoke of cold spots, areas within the house where the temperature would suddenly drop, leaving a frosty breath hanging in the air. These spots were often accompanied by an overwhelming sense of dread, as if something unseen was watching you, waiting for the right moment to reveal itself, a feeling of being watched. Some heard voices, whispers of unseen entities. These whispers were not just random noises, they seemed to form words, sentences, sometimes even calling out the names of those who entered. The shadows in the corners of the rooms seemed to move on their own, creating an ever-present sense of unease. One visitor claimed to see a child's toy move on its own. The toy, an old-fashioned doll, would be found in different positions, its eyes seemingly following anyone who dared to look at it. The playroom, once filled with the laughter of children, now echoed with an eerie silence, broken only by the occasional creak of the floorboards. Another felt an icy breath on their neck. This sensation was often accompanied by a faint, almost imperceptible whisper, as if someone was standing right behind them, breathing down their neck. The feeling was so real that many would turn around, expecting to see someone there, only to find empty space. The house fed on their fear. It seemed to draw energy from the terror it instilled in its visitors. The more frightened they became, the more active the house would be. Doors would slam shut on their own, lights would flicker, and strange, unexplainable noises would echo through the halls. It grew stronger with each terrified scream. The walls seemed to pulse with a dark energy, and the very air felt thick with malevolence. Those who entered often left with a sense of having been touched by something evil, something that lingered long after they had left the house. The stories became more frequent, more disturbing. People from all over came to experience the Monroe house for themselves, each leaving with their own tale of terror. Some wrote down their experiences, detailing the horrors they had witnessed, while others refused to speak of it, as if saying the words out loud would somehow make the nightmares real. The Monroe house was no longer just a haunted house. It had become a legend, a place where the line between the living and the dead was blurred. Its reputation grew, and with it, the stories of its dark past. Some said it was built on cursed land, others believed it was a portal to another realm. It was a demonic entity. The presence within the house was not just a ghost or a spirit, but something far more sinister. It thrived on fear, feeding off the energy of those who dared to enter. The Monroe house was a place where nightmares came to life, and where the darkness within could consume you whole. I felt it the moment I stepped inside. A bone-chilling cold, a presence. It was as if the very air around me was alive, whispering secrets of the past, secrets that were never meant to be uncovered. The house seemed to breathe, its walls exhaling a cold mist that wrapped around me like a shroud. Every step I took echoed through the empty halls, a reminder of the countless souls that had walked these floors before me. I've investigated countless haunted locations. This was different. This was evil, the kind of evil that seeps into your bones and makes your very soul shiver. The house had a history, a dark past filled with tragedy and despair, stories of unexplained disappearances, of shadows that moved on their own, and of whispers that called out in the dead of night. This was not just another haunted house, this was a place where darkness thrived. My team and I set up our equipment. EMF readers spiked. EVPs recorded guttural growls. The air was thick with anticipation, every creak and groan of the house sending shivers down our spines. We knew we were not alone. The equipment buzzed with activity, the readings off the charts, It was as if the very essence of the house was trying to communicate with us, to warn us of the dangers that lurked within its walls. The air grew thick with dread. We were not alone. Shadows danced in the corners of our vision and the temperature dropped even further. It felt like we were being watched, every move scrutinized by unseen eyes. The house was alive, and it did not want us there. The sense of foreboding was palpable, a heavy weight that pressed down on us, making it hard to breathe. We tried to communicate with whatever was there. The responses were chilling, angry. The spirit box crackled to life, voices emerging from the static, voices that were not our own. They spoke of pain, of anger, of a desire for revenge. The Ouija board spelled out messages that sent chills down our spines, messages that warned us to leave, to never return, but we were determined to uncover the truth, no matter the cost. We were in the presence of something powerful, something demonic. The atmosphere grew oppressive, the very air seeming to vibrate with malevolent energy. We could feel it, a dark force that seemed to reach out and touch our very souls. The house was not just haunted, it was a gateway to something far more sinister. We had come seeking answers, but what we found was a darkness that threatened to consume us all. Section 5. The veil thinned, the demonic activity intensified, objects moved on their own, doors slammed shut. We were under attack. One of my crew members, visibly shaken, claimed to have been scratched. The evidence was undeniable. 3 long red marks ran down his arm. We were in over our heads. This was no ordinary haunting, this was a battle for our souls. Section 6. Seeking answers in the void. We delved into the history of the Monroe house. We uncovered dark rituals, sacrifices. The land itself was cursed. The family that lived here before the Monroes. They practiced dark arts. They summoned something evil, something they couldn't control. The house became a conduit, a gateway to hell, and we were caught in the middle. Section 7. No escape from terror. The demonic entity grew bolder, it taunted us, threatened us, it wanted us to suffer. We were forced to perform an exorcism. The battle was long and grueling. The air crackled with energy, but in the end, we prevailed. The demonic presence was gone, but the house remained, scarred by evil, a reminder of the darkness that lurks beneath the surface. Section 8. The unanswered questions. The Monroe house still stands, empty, waiting. Its walls whisper secrets of a dark past, a past that refuses to be forgotten. The air around it is thick with an unsettling silence, as if the house itself is holding its breath, anticipating something. The demonic entity may be gone, but the evil lingers. It's as if the very essence of malevolence has seeped into the foundation, into the very bones of the house. Shadows move where they shouldn't, and the temperature drops inexplicably in certain rooms. What truly transpired within those walls? Was it a series of unfortunate events, or was there something more sinister at play? The broken furniture and dilapidated rooms tell a story of chaos and despair. What drove the family to madness? Was it the house itself, or something that came from within? The distressed family photo, now faded and torn, hints at happier times that were shattered by an unseen force. Some questions may never be answered. The graffiti on the wall, a simple question mark, symbolizes the countless mysteries that remain. Each dark corridor holds a piece of the puzzle, but the full picture remains elusive. But one thing is certain, time moves on, but the memories and the energy of the Monroe house remain trapped in a perpetual state of unrest. The old clock ticks away, each second a reminder of the house's dark legacy. The Monroe house is a stark reminder that there are forces in this world, forces beyond our understanding, forces that defy logic and reason. The mist that surrounds the house at dusk seems almost alive, swirling with an otherworldly energy. Forces that can consume us, forces that can change the very fabric of our reality. The Monroe house stands as a testament to the unknown, a chilling reminder that some mysteries are better left unsolved. Section 9. Join the hunt. The world is full of mysteries, dark places, haunted stories. Do you dare to seek them out? Explore the unknown. Investigate the unexplained. But be warned. Once you step into the darkness, it never truly leaves you. Like and subscribe for more terrifying tales from the haunted corners of the world. The truth is out there. Are you brave enough to find it?